Hey there, movie fans. Welcome back to Yusuf Reacts. I am Jane and today, we're diving into The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, the thrilling 2014 installment of the Hunger Games series. If you haven't seen it yet, this video contains major spoilers. Ready? Let's go. We kick off with Katniss Everdeen, played by Jennifer Lawrence, adjusting to life in District 13. Having been rescued from the Quarter Quell, she's now in the heart of the rebellion, led by President Coin, portrayed by Julianne Moore. Katniss is struggling with the aftermath of the games, the destruction of her home, District 12, and the capture of Peeta Mellark, her fellow tribute and love interest, by the Capitol. Katniss visits the ruins of District 12, witnessing the devastation caused by President Snow's forces. This fuels her determination to fight back. Back in District 13, Katniss agrees to become the Mockingjay, the symbol of the rebellion, but only under certain conditions. Rescuing Peeta and granting immunity to all captured tributes. Katniss begins filming propaganda videos designed to inspire the districts to rise up against the Capitol. These scenes show her evolving from a reluctant hero to a passionate leader. We also see her complicated relationship with Gale Hawthorne, played by Liam Hemsworth. Gale is a fierce warrior for the rebellion, and their bond is tested by the war and Peeta's situation. Meanwhile, Peeta is used as a pawn by President Snow, appearing in Capitol broadcasts, urging the rebels to cease their attacks. It's clear he's being coerced, adding to Katniss' anguish. The rebellion gains momentum with key victories, including the daring rescue of Peeta and other tributes from the Capitol. But the victory is bittersweet. Peeta has been brainwashed to kill Katniss. The shocking moment when Peeta attacks Katniss is a turning point, showcasing the Capitol's brutal methods. Katniss' journey becomes even more personal as she fights to save Peeta from his conditioning. President Coin's leadership is both inspiring and ruthless. Her complex character adds depth to the story, highlighting the moral ambiguities of war. We also see powerful performances from returning characters like Finnick Odair, who shares his own harrowing experiences with the Capitol, underscoring the rebellion's high stakes. Katniss Everdeen is in District 13 after she shatters the games forever. Under the leadership of President Coin and the advice of her trusted friends, Katniss spreads her wings as she fights to save Peeta and a nation moved by her courage. With the games destroyed, Katniss Everdeen, along with Gale, Finnick and BT, end up in the so-thought-destroyed District 13. Under the leadership of President Coin and the advice of her friends, Katniss becomes the Mockingjay, the symbol of rebellion for the districts of Panem. Katniss Everdeen becomes the symbol of the rebellion after she shoots a force field into the arena of the Quarter Quell. She now lives with the rebels in District 13, after President Snow destroyed the other districts except for District 2. She agrees to become the Mockingjay, but her main focus is to save Peeta, after he was captured by the Capitol in the Quarter Quell and is being hijacked. After the bombing of District 12, Katniss Everdeen finally accepts the request of President Alma Coin and her advisor Plutarch Heavensbee and becomes the symbol of the rebellion, the Mockingjay. However, President Snow in the Capitol broadcasts the message of Peeta Mellark live, contradicting Katniss. She believes that his life is in danger and convinces President Coin to rescue Peeta and the other victors. But she has a surprise with his reaction. After being rescued from the destroyed arena in the 75th Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen Jennifer Lawrence, along with fellow victors BT Jeffrey Wright and Finnick Odair Sam Claflin, is taken to District 13. An independent district isolated from the rest of Panem that has been spearheading the rebellion, where she is reunited with her mother and sister Prim Willow Shields. While recuperating, she is introduced to President Alma Coin Julianne Moore by Heavensbee Philip Seymour Hoffman, the rebel leader, and is told that her actions in the arena sparked riots and strikes against the Capitol. Colonel Boggs is the head of security for District 13. The Capitol had bombed the surface of District 13, but since they had experience of the military, they learned to survive underground. Coin asks her if she will become the Mockingjay, the symbol of the rebellion, as part of their hearts and minds strategy. BT has hacked into the Capitol's communications network and can spread the message. Heavensbee proposes to record a series of propaganda videos around the Mockingjay themed, asking the districts to rebel against the Capitol. Katniss flatly declines, angrily reminding her that they left Peeta Mellark, Josh Hutcherson, her portrayed lover and fellow District 12 tribute, behind in the arena. Heavensbee has no way of confirming if Peeta is alive or not. At the suggestion of Plutarch Heavensbee, the former game maker, she is taken to see the ruins of District 12, which was completely leveled by a Capitol bombing campaign with the exception of the houses in the victors' village. Gail Liam Hemsworth accompanies Katniss on this flight to District 12. Katniss finds that the Capitol and President Snow have killed thousands of District 12 citizens as a punishment for Katniss's actions. Katniss finds Prim's cat in the victors' village and brings it back with her. Katniss finds a white rose in her house in the village, which is a warning from Snow. And suddenly Katniss is afraid that she is being watched. Snow addresses Panem and reminds the districts of the contract between the districts and the Capitol since the Dark Days. He says that the districts provide labor and materials, while Capitol provides security and the rule of law. He bans all imagery of the Mockingjay and executes anyone who was suspected being a protester before. Katniss sees that Peeta is being used by Capitol State Television to try and quell the rebellion. Peeta urges everyone that a civil war is not in anyone's interest and that the rebels should lay down their arms immediately. Katniss reluctantly changes her mind and agrees to become Coin's Mockingjay, on the condition that Peeta and the other victors Johanna and Annie will be rescued at the earliest opportunity and pardoned, and that her sister, Prim, will be allowed to keep her cat. Katniss notes that District 13 has almost no children and learns that most of them were lost in an epidemic a few years ago. After Haymitch, Woody Harrelson notes that Katniss thrives on spontaneity. She is introduced to her film team led by Capitol escapee Cressida Natalie Dormer, is dressed up in a specially designed outfit, and given Effie Trinket Elizabeth Banks as a stylist. Effie is convinced by Plutarch Heavensbee to join the rebel cause and be Katniss's stylist, as she can't go back to the Capitol after having been rescued from the arena by rebel forces and close friend Gail Liam Hemsworth as a bodyguard. Effie informs Katniss that Cinna is dead, but uses his work to design the new Mockingjay costumes for Katniss. Caster West Chatham is the cameraman. Still, Katniss's speeches to the camera are flat, lack any sort of rage or emotion. The team is afraid that this is how the revolution will die. They go out to District 8 to visit a hospital, but as the visit concludes, a Capitol bombing squadron arrives and bombs the hospital, killing everyone inside. President Snow had spy cameras everywhere who had recorded Katniss arriving at District 8. Hence, Snow ordered the bombing to send a message to the rebels that there will be a cost to be friends with Katniss. Katniss manages to shoot down both bombers with her arrows, but not before they completed their mission. In her rage, Katniss gives a rousing speech to the camera, which is broadcast when BT hijacks the Capitol's news feed. After it is broadcast, strikers in District 7 kill an entire team of peacekeepers with hidden landmines. After seeing a weakened Peeta on TV, Katniss argues that Peeta does not know what the Capitol did to District 12, which is why he is making statements against the rebels on TV. The team then goes back to District 12, where Gale tells the story of its destruction. Only 915 of the 10,000 citizens survived, and Katniss is filmed singing The Hanging Tree. After that is broadcast, A rebel demolition team from District 5 destroys the dam, providing the capital with electricity, forcing them to use power generators and weakening their ability to broadcast their propaganda. That night, Katniss watches Peeta being interviewed by Caesar Flickerman Stanley Tucci, the game's former presenter, when, in an apparent defiance of his captors, Peeta suddenly shouts a warning that the capital is about to attack District 13. Coin orders a mass evacuation into the underground shelters, while Prim is nearly locked out when she goes back to get her cat. Everyone manages to get inside safely, and the facility survives the attack unharmed. Upon emerging, Katniss discovers that the area is littered with white roses, realizes that President Snow Donald Sutherland has sent them to taunt her, and presumes that he is about to kill Peeta. As Peeta's warning gave the district an additional 8 minutes evacuation time, Coin dispatches an elite special forces team, which includes Gale, to rescue him, along with Johanna Mason Gina Malone and Annie Cresta Steph Dawson, the remaining victors, from their prison in the capital's tribute center. The rescue is successful. However, when Katniss goes to greet Peeta, he unexpectedly attacks and strangles her into unconsciousness, before being knocked unconscious himself by Boggs Mahershala Ali. Katniss wakes up in the medical facility and is informed that Peeta has been hijacked, a form of physical, mental torture in which he is brainwashed into wanting to kill Katniss by associating memories of her with the psychological terror created by Tracker Jacker Venom, explaining why the capital allowed Gale's team to escape. A process to undo the effects then begins, with Peeta kept in isolation. Meanwhile, Coin announces the successful rescue of the victors, and that their next objective is the capital's principal military stronghold in the ravines on District 2. This is a good movie. It still looks great. The main actors are brilliant and it has enough depth to impress through its story alone. I just wish they had had the integrity to go with one movie. It very well might have been the best Hunger Games movie of the three. It would have had 2 movies before it to build up momentum and steam. Instead, it lifts up the pedal from the gas and decides to stroll over the finish line. Poor form, extremely poor form. As Mockingjay Part 1 draws to a close, Katniss faces her greatest challenges yet. The film sets the stage for an epic conclusion, leaving us eagerly anticipating the final battle against the Capitol. That's it for our recap of The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1. What were your favorite moments? Leave a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching, and may the odds be ever in your favor.